Most side hustles are sold like lottery tickets, but the fastest way to make your first $500 is with boring, stupid, simple math. And it's not about finding some magical app. It's about picking one lane, picking the right price, and going all in. And in reality, the math is simple. You just need 5 to 10 humans to pay you money for something that you know how to do. Now, the great part about this video is I'm going to show you how you can make your first $500 if you are a busy parent with kids, if you have no tech skills, and if you're a complete beginner. You have knowledge, skills, and abilities that someone was willing to pay for, and I'm going to help you find those today. And by the end of this video, you'll know which side hustles to pick that will actually pay you. You'll know exactly how it gets to $500, and you will learn how to turn this into predictable income. Hi, my name's Austin Godbolt, and I'm all about platform-proof income. I'm not a fan of the YouTube Partner Program, the TikTok Shop, or any of those other methods because they're unpredictable, they're unstable, and they can be taken from you at any point. If you're looking for something that's predictable and stable, make sure that you follow me as I'll show you the best ways to get started step by step. And before we get started, I'm not offering you any get-rich-quick schemes. These are going to take energy and effort and a little bit of consistency, but I will show you the simplest work that actually pays. So before we get started, let me just share with you the simple math. This is the only math that matters. If you get 5 clients or 5 people to pay you $100, that's $500. 10 buyers paying you at $50, or 25 buyers that are paying you $20, that all equals $500. You just need to pick a method, find a price point that you feel comfortable charging, and go all in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these different methods of making your first $500 with a side hustle. Number one is the 5 client service sprint. Now, this is the fastest way to get going if you have any skills whatsoever. So what you're going to do here is you are going to reach out to people that you already know, maybe friends, coworkers, former employees, and you are going to offer your skill as a service. So for example, if you have skills in writing, maybe writing an email, if you have skills in video editing, if you have skills in maybe voiceovers and speaking, you can have people pay you for it. And all you have to do is do 2 or 3 different projects a couple times per week, and you've made your first $500. And the best part about this is you don't need a website. You can send out direct messages. You can call them if you wanted to. You can send out emails. You can even use LinkedIn or some of the other social media platforms out there. So again, all you have to do is sit back and analyze what your current skills are. If you have ever made a video, and you don't have to be an expert in any of these things. You just have to identify a skill that you're further along with than somebody else. Ask yourself, what have people said that you're really good at? Even if you don't think you're good at it, there's someone out there that says, hey, you're really good at public speaking, or you're really good at taking pictures. It could be something as simple and as basic as that. And you find 5 people. This is going to take a little bit of legwork because the first 5 people aren't obviously going to say yes. It's going to take a little bit of consistency and persistence. I would recommend trying to reach out to 20 people per day until you find 5 or 10 people that actually say yes. Another thing that I would recommend that you do with this is track your journey, track your progress, and you can actually record yourself tracking your journey and your progress, and you could put it on the internet, and you could actually build in another revenue stream. And what I mean by that is if, let's say you're very good at writing emails, you can track your journey and progress on how you're writing emails for your clients, how you found your first client, and people will eventually they'll hire you to do that email. Or to write email, And so you can eventually turn this into something that's a little bit consistent, a little bit more stable, and then you can even charge a little bit more for it. Number 3 is the neighborhood network bundle. Now this is great for local side hustles. You don't have to, you don't need to jump on the internet. You don't need an audience for this, and you can actually get paid in cash. So here you are going to find something that needs consistent demand. Let me give you a really good example of something my mom used to do back in the day. During the holidays, she would actually work what's called down the line. Here where we live in Wisconsin, we've got a lot of wealthy neighborhoods around us, Lake Forest, Illinois, Bannockburn, and the surrounding areas. So what she would do, her and her friends, they would actually work as waitresses and maids and make money after their Thanksgiving, working their Thanksgiving and their holidays. And that's a really simple thing that you can do. Now, we're approaching the holiday season, and so people are going to need help with basic things. If I were looking to hire somebody, I would hire somebody to put up Christmas lights, because that's not something that I want to do. You could become a cleaner, clean houses, clean windows, very basic things to help people prepare for the holidays. You can also do things that are, I would say, pretty common knowledge, pet sitting. There's actually a company that started locally with picking up dog poop in the yard. I was at the park and I saw someone picking up dog poop, and then they put a sign down letting people know in the neighborhood that they actually have a service where they pick up dog poop. And you essentially could do those things. And what's really cool about this is you could charge $125. You could charge packages. So you offer to clean up 3 or 4 times a month, once a week, and you could charge $500. There are people out there that are willing to pay that because you are going to save them time, you're going to save them frustration, and it's going to be worth it to them in the long run. And what's really cool about this is you can use your local network. If you are known around the neighborhood, if you are part of like PTA, Parent Teacher Association, if you are known in the community at all, you can rely on your local network to potentially make money. And again, this doesn't take a lot of time. You can do this on the weekends. You can do this at night. The only drawback is that this does require additional time, and you might have to sacrifice a little bit of time from your family and friends. Number 3, you are going to become a content repurposing machine. And essentially what you can do here is you can learn how to video edit, and it's actually really easy these days. And you can be a video editor for coaches and people that want to have a bigger, better online presence. Essentially what you can do is you can just go out and find different coaches, people that have a presence. Maybe they have a podcast, maybe they have long form YouTube channel, and you can offer to work with them by taking their long form videos and breaking it down. You can do this with podcast episodes, with Zoom calls. If they do Zoom meetings, you can actually offer to work with them as well. And what's really cool about this is, like I said, it's really easy these days. You can use a software called Opus Clips. It's actually what I use. A lot of people don't know that Opus Clips is available. And so a lot of people are spending time and energy and effort editing 2-hour videos into 60-second sound bites that can go up across social media. So what I would do is I would work hard trying to find clients. I'd reach out to people on social media. If someone, let's say, has a large presence on YouTube, see if they have a TikTok account, if they have LinkedIn or X, Twitter, reach out to them on those other platforms and offer to work with them for free. And then you get a client, get a video, have them actually recommend a video, get a video, and then you can use Opus Clips for free for like the first some odd videos or minutes, and then send that to them and let them know that this is the result. Send them the best performing videos first, and they'll be willing to work for you. What's really cool about this is you don't have to spend any money up front. If you want, you can learn video editing like Adobe Premiere Pro. A really popular one right now is CapCut. CapCut is free, but it has premium features as well. But what's really cool about this is people that already have a YouTube channel, a podcast, they're looking to grow their network. They're looking to grow their business, and you can offer to do that for free. And you shouldn't feel bad about using something like Opus Clips to actually help you out with that, because it's like arbitrage, right? It's kind of like Walmart or any big box store. It's kind of like Amazon. Amazon doesn't actually own the products it sells. It's kind of that middleman that gets the product to you in a timely manner. And you're kind of the same way. You could even take it a step further. Once you have an established client base, you could actually hire people over in different parts of the world to do the video editing for you, and you could actually have an entire service. And what's really cool about this is you could charge as much as $300 per batch, and you could get this done if you used Opus Clips in like an hour. In fact, what you could even do is you could combine 2 or 3 of these other things. Maybe there are people that want to get started a local business. In fact, I'm seeing a ton of local businesses on my TikTok feed wanting to get started with using TikTok and other social media. And you could essentially work with those companies to create content, be their social media manager. And the best part about it is that they don't need to have a full-time staff. They don't need to hire somebody to do it, or they don't need to take someone away from the hard work that they're already doing. So you could either do content repurposing for like a podcast that wants to grow, or you could even offer a marketing service for local businesses and just do it on the weekends. And again, you can use Opus clips. One thing that I would recommend that you do if you went this route is ask to sit down with a manager, owner, or supervisor for an hour or so and ask them questions, and then feed that into Opus clips and have Opus clips turn that into viral videos. And then you can do that once a week. You can do that once a month. But if you built, let's say you have 5 or 6, let's say you have 4 clients, so you just do it on the weekends. You do one client a weekend, and you charge each one $300. Now, obviously, I'm not saying you're going to make this money, but that's $1,200, an extra $1,200 a month, if my math serves me correctly. Number 4, and this is great if you are a parent, a 4-session tutoring pack. Now, the reason why I bring this up is I've got twin 10-year-olds and a 7-year-old who will be 8 soon. And oftentimes they ask me about helping them out with math. Now, the teacher for the older kids have actually said to other parents that they don't want them helping their kids out with math because it's different. And in fact, whenever I look at my younger kids' math, I ask myself, are they doing old math or new math? Because you don't want to teach them a way that you know that maybe isn't being covered or talked about anymore. For example, my oldest kids are doing mixed fractions. And I had to ask, I stopped and asked, I said, are you guys doing mixed fractions where you multiply the whole number by the denominator and then add it up? And they kind of looked at me like I didn't know what they were talking about. And so if you have a background in teaching, if you're willing to learn the new math, quote unquote, if you're willing to learn the new way to do things, you can offer to tutor kids. And you could actually do this in a few different levels. You can tutor kids to prepare them for like the SAT, ACT, if you have a math background or a science background. If you are, you can actually work with younger kids, for example, like a 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, and help prepare them for the next level. And again, you don't have to be an expert. What I would recommend that you do is go out online, see if you can find any guides that teach math. I'm sure if you look at state websites, they have the different curriculum, and they probably also have how they're teaching it or resources on where to find how to teach it properly. You learn, you study up on those things, and you can start selling outcomes like pass your next math class or prepare for the ACTs, SATs. And what's really important is that you are selling an outcome. Don't just say, I help with math, or I help kids understand math better. Say, I will help your kids improve their math grades by 2-letter grades, something like that. Make it tangible, make it what people have defined before as crunchy, and people will buy it from you. But one of the best things that you can do locally with a very simple side hustle is to coach, is to tutor at the local level. Okay. And let's say, for example, if you know video editing, you could teach video editing, or you could hold classes locally, see if you can work with a local library to teach video editing at the local level instead of trying to go online. You do it at the local level, you start getting some proof. You could actually record that and sell it online. Let me give you a really good example. I have my neighbor. He teaches CPR classes. He's certified in teaching CPR. He makes money. He's a firefighter, EMT. He makes money going around teaching CPR. He got certified to teach. You could essentially do the same thing. But I would tell you to record what you're doing and post it online. Create a course that you can sell online. Make sure that you are following all the necessary rules and guidelines, and go that route. That's going to be much more profitable in the long run, because when you're doing these local things, it requires more of your time, and you're only making money when you're spending your time. But ultimately, if you create something and put it on the internet, it can potentially work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For example, this video will work for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right now, it is 12:28 p.m. Saturday, November 22nd. I guarantee you that you are not going to watch this video on November 22nd. In fact, comment the date that you're watching this video, and you'll see how powerful creating content, creating videos are, because they're out there working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And my favorite by far, number 5, the digital setup sprint. And you can actually include affiliate links in this as well. Now, what I recommend that you do is you create a tool, also known as a digital product, that helps people solve a specific problem, helps them achieve a result. This can be something as simple as like an email marketing tool. You can send out an email marketing pack. One thing that you could even do is you could create an email marketing pack that helps rephrase what people are saying. because oftentimes people working in the corporate world, people will want to say something, but it needs to be put in the corporate way. It needs to be put through a corporate filter. And so you could actually create a little guide or a pack where it helps people rephrase the words that they want to say so that they don't get fired. But what you're going to do is you can put together a simple tool that anybody and everyone needs. If you are, let's say, a software developer, I used to be a software developer, you could put together a simple tool, or you could put together even something as simple as hotkeys to help people understand different programming language and programming software and sell that. You can sell it through your content. You can sell it through marketplaces like Etsy and Redbubble and Creative Market. You could even use Facebook ads if you have a few dollars. The best part about this, there's a couple things I really like. You can create as many tools as you want based on your knowledge, skills, and experience. You can sell this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through your content. And you could even earn affiliate commissions on the background. So you have a couple revenue streams mixed in. So let me just give you a real life example. Let's say you are creating, I'll use YouTube, a thumbnail starter pack where you sell a pack of 50 different thumbnail templates through Canva, and then you include affiliate links to different cameras, lighting, microphones that people may want to use to create YouTube content. You could do the same thing for whatever it is that you do. Let's say you are in AutoCAD. I used to have a guy that watched my videos who was in AutoCAD. If you have templates, you can sell those. If you have blueprints, you can sell those. It doesn't have to be high level. In fact, the more specific you can create and sell it, the better. And with regard to AutoCAD, if it requires a certain type of computer, you could put an affiliate link to a computer to help them upgrade and keep up, because we know that not all computers will work with different software. So that is number 6. I really like that one. I am a huge fan of digital products because it allows you to make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't need to create a huge course. In fact, what I would recommend that you do is find a problem that you can solve in less than 2 hours, package it up, create a simple sales page, and you can even use something like Gumroad to sell this, and you can make money 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And number 6, the final one, and this is actually what I did to first get started. It's called the House Flip Challenge. And no, we're not selling houses. We are looking through our house at stuff that we don't use, and we're going to list it on places like Facebook Marketplace. You can list it on eBay. You can list it. There's a ton of these different sites out there, and you can recoup some of the money that you've spent. Now, obviously, if you spent $300 for this microphone, most likely people aren't going to give you $300. But if you've got a microphone that is just sitting in a closet not being used, sell it. You'll be able to make extra money. So this actually works out very well for tech. This works very well for old video games. If you use Facebook Marketplace, you're going to have to be able to bring it to someone or meet somewhere to sell the thing. If you use eBay, you can sell it online, which is really powerful. I'm a huge fan of using eBay. There are a bunch of different places for clothes, for women's clothes. So instead of just taking that stuff over to Goodwill or Salvation Army, try and sell it, make a couple extra dollars. The only drawback is it does require more of your time. Whether you have to ship it to someone like I did with video games, you have to meet someone at Facebook that you found through Facebook Marketplace. That can actually be a little dangerous as well. If you're shipping something, you've got to go buy shipping labels. Take that into account too. One thing I never took into account was the cost of the shipping labels and the shipping packaging, and that can eat into your profit. Comment down below what you think. And of course, I want you to comment 20-minute club if you stay into the end. Let me know which of these you plan on implementing or which of these you've tried implementing before and your results. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.